Hey, this is Danny from Scare Talk. Before we get into all the horror greatness, I gotta let you know about Anchor. Anchor is the host site that we use to record our podcast. Anchor will upload your podcast to Apple and Spotify and many other listening platforms. Anchor is completely free, and you can download the app or go to the website, anchor.fm, and you can record straight on there. There's also some cool editing tools that you can use. Did I mention that it's free? Yeah, so if you want to make a podcast, Anchor is the way to go. Go check it out. Now, for the spooky stuff.
Welcome to Scare Talk, and welcome to the review series of the franchise Saw. Let's play a game and discuss Saw 2.
Alright, this is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I am here with Joel.
Hey guys, what's up?
And I'm here with Katrina.
Hello.
And we want to play another game. So, this is our podcast on Saw 2. We are continuing our Saw franchise review, leading up to Spiral.
Spiral,
Comes out in May. Alright, so who is a part of this one?
Alright, so this one stars Tobin Bell, who is Jigsaw.
Oh, yeah.
He is well known for the Saw franchise, obviously. He was in Boogeyman 2. It was hard finding actual movies for this guy. So, and he was in 13 episodes of The Flash.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Also,
He was in an episode of Seinfeld.
I did see that on there. I don't mention shows that they're only in like one or two episodes.
Okay. Well, Seinfeld, that's always worth mentioning.
Okay, yeah, he was in an episode of Seinfeld too.
Yeah, he owned a record store.
Do you remember that actually?
Very important.
It was
right.
crucial to the show.
Yeah, the whole show.
Yeah. Also, Shawnee Smith. She was in Saws 1 through 4, The Grudge 3.
Oh.
And the TV show with Ted Danson, Becker.
Oh, yeah.
She was in like the entire series of that.
Oh.
And also, Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Dreamcatcher, Dead Silence, and the TV show Blue Bloods.
Oh, yeah?
With Tom Selleck. And for you 80s people, you may know him from New Kids on the Block.
Oh, yeah.
Little boy band there back in the 80s. This director is Darren Lynn Bousman. He directed Saws 2 through 4, Repo, the Genetic Opera. Yeah. I remember that when we worked at Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
And also Spiral.
Oh.
Yes.
He's coming back.
He is coming back for that movie. And the writer, we've got Lee Winnell. Again. He has been very famous on this podcast, so, with our previous episodes. And he did Saws 1 through 3, Dead Silence, Insidious 1 through 4, and Upgrade.
And The Invisible Man.
Yes. He did also that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is also, Darren Lynn Bousman is also a writer. He wrote a couple of, I think, straight-to-video releases, 11-11-11. And The Barons.
Oh,
I think they're both horror movies. I'm not entirely sure.
The Barons. That's
Yes.
a good one. All right, so this one is about a detective and his team must rescue 8 people trapped in a factory by the twisted serial killer known as Jigsaw. Oh, yeah. All right, so this one is the second movie, and this one came out in 2005, so it is just a year after the first one.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
For them to be able to knock out another movie that quick.
Because the quality was almost up there with Saw 1.
Yeah.
I think as far as,
Like, as far
they all eventually decreased
Yeah.
in quality and everything, but I think the first three were definitely three of the best in the series. And to have Saw 2 come out like right after Saw 1,
Yeah.
it's kind of pretty impressive.
Yeah.
For
The overall look of it was better too. Mm-hmm. Like it looked more produced.
Yeah.
So if you like that, then that's a positive. I think the budget was probably much higher.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably was. Saw 1 made its money back and then some, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, so some things I want to mention. These aren't necessarily positives or negatives, just a couple of things I noticed.
Okay.
Billy the Puppet.
Yes.
He's back.
He is back.
For this one. He's riding his tricycle around. I have some questions about him.
Okay.
So, one, it's funny, like, seeing him talk, like, with Jigsaw's voice in the little videos that pop up.
Yeah.
But I want to know, is he remote control, you think?
I would say so. I don't think there's a little person riding the tricycle wearing the saw mask.
So you think, like, Jigsaw is, like, behind the wall, like, with his little...
Controlling him.
his little thing with his remote?
Or he has somebody else doing it. I'm
Yeah.
not entirely sure. I think he is remote controlled.
It's funny to think about, like Jigsaw with a little remote
little
control.
tiny remote control, like controlling, not only controlling him, but also the tricycle that he's riding.
Yeah.
So he's got to have like two remote controls, one for the doll, one for the tricycle.
Do you think maybe he's like a wind-up toy?
You never see the back of him, so
Because he just rides the tricycle. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, in the videos, yes, he's moving his, but he's a puppet. So you could just be moving his mouth. That's all that really moves in the videos.
Yeah.
So he could just have strings or something.
I think we're looking into this a little bit too much. But
and then he could be a wind-up toy
yeah,
when he rides the tricycle.
when he rides it, yeah. Maybe his feet go when you wind him up. That's how the tricycle goes. He's actually riding the tricycle.
I think it's more believable that he's remote control. Because if it's remote control, you can control him wheeling in. And then
Control
there's
him remotely.
another control. Exactly. And then there's another control for his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like on the same control.
On the same one, yeah.
Yeah, like there's different places.
Yeah. Does he ever talk
That-
like in person, or is it just in the
I
videos?
think it's just in the videos,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well,
he does like the little laugh.
he does, yeah. I think,
His mouth opens for it.
Yeah.
yeah. His mouth does open. In the video, it definitely does when he's talking, and it also does when you see him in person.
Maybe
Like
he's a
it's-
possessed doll.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find out in the book of Saw.
Yeah.
Spiral, the book of Saw. About that. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
interesting because they never do talk about the little puppet on this tricycle,
Yeah.
which is really weird.
Well, we'll talk about that later in a different episode, but there is some stuff about just
About
the
Billy.
tricycle itself.
The tricycle itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Billy, he just really intrigues me.
I like Billy.
Like-
Little Billy.
Like, why? You know? Like, what's up with this guy?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah. I wonder why he has. First of all, why his name's Billy. Such a cute name for possessed creature doll, or just to be in a
whatever it
horror
is.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
maybe
this.
at one point he was just a cute little doll.
Yeah. Well, he looks like really like homemade. Like Jigsaw
Yeah.
just made him.
Yeah.
You know, in his dungeons.
factory.
Yeah, his factory. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get him.
yeah. They definitely don't talk about him yet
Yeah.
at all. Definitely see him, but you don't talk about him.
Yeah.
I'd be asking questions like, "What is this?" I saw this little, because it's creepy.
Yeah.
You just all of a sudden see his little like puppet doll just riding a tricycle. Like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a joke?
Okay, so in this one, obviously, Jigsaw wants to be caught.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wants to talk with
he wants to talk to the
detective.
cop. Detective, yeah. Detective
Um,
Wahlberg.
Yeah, Detective Wahlberg. And then there's a game going on.
Wouldn't be Saw without one.
Yep.
So.
With 8 people in a house.
Yeah.
And they have to escape the house within like an hour and a half or 2 hours, something like that.
They have to escape within 2 hours.
Yeah.
It will be the door will be unlocked in 3
be...
hours,
Oh,
and
is
they
that
have
what
to
it was?
Escape in 2 hours.
Okay.
Like
They have to get the antidote.
the potion or whatever will I can
Potion.
the drug will
it's like a nerve gas type of deal.
will it takes 2 hours to get into your full system.
Kill you.
Yeah.
And you have to find the antidote. So there's 8 antidotes in the house that they have to find.
Mm-hmm.
Each one comes with its own little game.
Yeah.
And at the same time, or as we think is the same time, the detective is talking with Jigsaw because the detective's son is in the game. So that's pretty much the story of this one. This is going to be a spoiler review because there is some twists that I think we need to talk about.
Twists and turns.
Twists and turns.
Yes, as with every Saw movie.
Yeah.
That's
they definitely
the whole theme.
Got a reputation for that, especially after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to continue after the first one, you have to have twists. It's just
has to be something that's done in every one of those movies after that. So
Yep, and they try, and sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sometimes they really don't.
What did you like about this one? What are your positives, guys? We'll start with you, Katrina.
So, one of the positives is the full twist where he directly says, all you need to do is sit with me and talk to me.
Yeah.
And be able to get through this time and just talk.
He just wants some of his time.
All you have to do is just calm yourself down and be able to finish this conversation.
Yeah.
And that's all he had to do.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do.
Well, that's all he had to do, but he also had to learn from it.
Well, yes, but honestly, being able to sit and listen to him and talk to him, that would have been a lesson enough for Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, after that time, then the safe opens, he's there.
Right.
So really, I mean, whether he got the lesson or not isn't really an issue. But honestly, like, how does Jigsaw really know that any of these people learned? Like, Chica, what's her name? Amanda? She,
Shawnee Smith.
I mean, how much did she really learn? You know, now she's just over here being a psycho. Yeah. You know, like,
she went through the test twice. She went through it in the first movie, too.
Well, yeah, what I mean is she's not really going through it in this. No. She
gets thrown into a pit of pins.
Yes.
Like needles.
That's a positive. I like that she gets thrown into that.
That was not expected. That was unexpected.
Yes.
That wasn't her game.
But this isn't her game. She's not in the game. She's part of developing the game.
Yeah.
Everyone else is in there for a purpose to get him where he needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
So she's already partnered with Jigsaw at this point. I mean, you don't know that until later, but so really the point is like this whole lesson learned thing, whatever. Okay, so we're talking about positives. So
you're already going in your negatives.
She's a very negative Nancy.
No. It wasn't necessarily negative. It was just you were saying he had to learn a lesson to be able to.
Well, the reason why I say that is because at times Jigsaw says you haven't learned anything. So he says that a couple of times.
Because he's blowing up.
Yeah.
Because he's like, just sit and talk.
He's so calm.
Down.
I love that about Jigsaw. He's just chilling.
So
Yeah.
if he could just sit and have the conversation,
Yeah.
then that would mean that he learned his lesson.
Right, I guess so.
Or learned.
The safe would open, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
kinda
So
hard
anyway,
for-
I did love that twist though, because it's like, oh man, you really did just have to listen, like
Yeah.
just sit and talk. But I mean, any of us sitting there watching, of course, especially as parents, we're like, no way, I would not just be
Yeah.
able to just
Yeah.
sit here and listen to you.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me you're going to take me to him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
at
like,
the end.
to the house,
Yeah.
not to him.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you're going to go with him
Yeah.
if you think that you've broke him.
Yeah. Well, and at that point, Jigsaw's like, okay, well, you lose this game, so
Yeah.
let's go to the house where
Yeah.
I can just chop you.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a positive. I really liked that twist and that I mean that's the final twist.
Yeah.
I also liked the twist before, that we find out when we find out that this isn't live.
Yeah.
This is already pre-recorded.
yeah.
Yeah. This has already happened.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And the way we
so-
find out is, them going to not the house, but where the recording is coming from, or where the tapes are coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I really like those aspects. I mean, the other positives are just, I thought that each character added a good amount to the movie.
Yeah.
There were certain characters I liked more than others, but each one really, I think they were all pretty good characters.
Decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the characters.
Yeah.
So, those are my positives.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty much the same. I liked the twists on about half of these movies, I would say. And this is one of them that I really like the twist on. It doesn't catch you off guard quite as much as Saw 1, just because you're kind of already going into it kind of expecting there to be a twist, since there was a big one in Saw 1.
Yeah.
But it's still the multiple twists that it had. This one definitely had more twists than the first one did.
Yeah.
First one had one huge twist.
Yeah.
And
More
this one had-
shocking
yeah.
twists in this one.
Yeah.
Multiple shocking.
Yeah, multiple. So finding out that Amanda is actually working with Jigsaw, that was kind of a big moment right there. Especially, I mean, I guess it makes sense, since she was one of the survivors in the first movie, that, if she had learned her lesson or whatever and learned from it, that she would want to join Jigsaw and his mission
Yeah.
to teach other people.
Right.
As twisted as that sounds, it's, to her, it's a good mission.
Yeah.
And it's something that she did learn from. So I like that. Although at the same time, having her thrown in with everyone else,
Yeah.
it kind of
Are you going to say it negative?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I think you are.
I mean, I guess I can save this for the negatives, but I don't know. I don't really consider it a negative, but also
Okay.
not really a positive either.
Well, you can go for it. Go ahead.
I don't know. But I just didn't quite. I'm gonna save it for the negatives,
All right. All right.
because I'm starting it off by saying I don't understand.
Yeah,
So that's kind of
yeah.
that's not really a positive territory.
Yeah,
That's
no.
more of not gonna say something good about this particular part. So I might save it for the negatives.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, the twists are really good. The characters, for the most part, I did enjoy. There were some that were a little overly aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
One in particular.
That kind of
Yeah.
didn't need to be.
Yeah, it
some
was
of-
a little exaggerated.
Yeah.
But
Some of the decisions that they were making were pretty stupid, but
hey, we're not in negatives yet.
well, I'm just saying, I'm saying for the most part, the characters were good. I liked
Okay.
the characters. It's just they're, but yeah. So oh man,
You're going
I'm
positive,
going
but not too
positive.
positive.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have to be the referee. Over here. Breaking the rules.
And I liked Donnie Wahlberg in this movie as well.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
his character. This hothead detective just trying to find his estranged son, I guess, since they were kind of on the outs for a while.
I mean, teenage son.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
I mean, any teenager and their parents are a little estranged.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, but yeah, that would be my positives
okay.
for it. Negatives are just more fun
Are
to say.
those for your positives?
They are. Negatives are just more fun to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Tearing movies apart is just more fun thing
critiquing.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, positives, besides what you guys have already said, I like Jigsaw in this one a lot. Mm-hmm. I like his just demeanor. He's just like chilling. You know, when they show up, he's just sitting there in his robe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
His trench coat or robe. Or...
It's a robe.
You think it's a robe?
It's a robe.
Okay. He's got his hood on.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
Same hood he had on in the first one, I believe.
He's just sitting there with his like oxygen mask, you know, just getting his oxygen. And, you know, no big deal. So I like that. I think he really became a character in this one. You know?
Yeah,
he's not laying on the ground.
You don't see... Yeah, this is the first time you actually see Jigsaw as a person.
Right.
Or as Jigsaw. You see flashbacks in the first one of who he was before.
Right.
But you don't really see you don't see the character as Jigsaw in the first one. Because he's laying on the ground the entire time.
Right.
So you actually see him as the villain in this one for the first time, really.
Yeah.
So.
And he's got his speeches that he, you know, he's just trying to get you to love your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Love yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, he's teaching you morality.
He's
in his own way.
No, but I think it's
for my negative.
I think it's really cool because it is twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is somewhat making sense, but in a very, very twisted way.
Yeah.
And the way he delivers it, and the way he like makes the viewer like, all right, you know, I kind of get what you're saying, you know,
and that's what
kind of makes you think.
That's what makes a good bad guy.
Yeah.
Is okay. Yeah, you're over the top with your whole theories and your whole just everything about you, but at the same time, you can kind of see where he's coming from,
right,
in a really twisted way, and it makes him more human. It makes him more of a it personalizes his character a lot more,
gives him character
than just being like, I want to take over the world. Like that's just ridiculous. What you're doing is actually, you know, I can kind of see where you're thinking.
You can get behind it a little bit.
I don't know if that says more about me as a person.
Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous over here.
And then this part's just funny, but I'll make it a positive. When he finds out, the detective finds out that Jigsaw's probably got his son. Mm-hmm. He tries to call his son, and then it goes to voicemail. Mm-hmm. And then it's Jigsaw saying, "You've reached Daniel's phone. Yeah. He's not here right now."
Oh, that's good.
That was funny.
And you went as far as leaving, like, replacing the voicemail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I just thought that was super funny.
I thought he answered. Like, my interpretation of that was that he answered.
Oh, no. It was his
voicemail.
That's funny.
And then he's like, "Fuck," and just throws the phone down. Like, you know, not just a different reaction than I expected him to have. Like, what?
He's a hothead detective.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, besides what you guys said, the twist was amazing. The acting was better in this one than the first one. I know, Joel, you loved the acting in the first one.
I absolutely loved the acting in the first one. That was a neutral for me. Thank you very much. Some of it wasn't horrible,
It was
but
bad.
this one definitely did have better acting.
Yeah, better acting. Still not great acting, but better acting.
That would be another neutral. I don't think I can ever put acting as a positive in these movies.
Yeah,
they're always going to be like neutral for me. Yes, they're not. None of them have great acting in them.
Yeah, except for Jigsaw.
Jigsaw's amazing.
Yeah.
Not the movie, the
character.
The character.
Yeah. All right, so those are all my positives. Katrina, let's talk about your negatives.
Here we go. Here we go. Gonna lower my score.
Do not. Well, okay, so this negative you guys are gonna see as a positive. I do not like Jigsaw. He makes me
hold on.
so angry.
Okay, but you're not supposed to like him.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. So.
But the negative aspect of it is I want to break my TV. Like when he's on there. Because it's partly yours, I will not. But no, it's like so aggravating. It gets under your skin so much. It is frustrating for me to watch.
Why? Why?
Because
why?
Need answers.
You're offending me.
So he is so like you cannot justify what you are doing. You can't justify this.
Right.
And then when he's like, I didn't kill anyone, they did it themselves.
Yeah,
you don't buy that?
That makes me so frustrated.
He did almost kill Danny Glover in the first one. He slit his throat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of counts as at least attempted murder.
Yeah.
At the very least. So, and I think he does kill some cops in this one too, if I'm not mistaken. Or in the last one, he does kill at some point.
Yeah, when he said it is when he's talking with the detective and whatever, and he's saying, you know, you're killing people. And he's like, I'm not killing anyone.
Yeah.
They're making these choices on their own.
Yeah.
But the way he says it is what I like. Because it's like, it's just very matter of fact. It's not like he gets offended by it. It's just like, I never killed anyone. You know?
Yeah.
It's just so
and
calm.
Then I do, a positive about him is that I do like his little one-liners of like, and he'll be in a safe place. Like, tricky.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't a safe.
The numbers are just in the back of your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
But although it's not the mind, it's not in the back of your mind.
Your neck.
Yeah.
So.
But that doesn't sound as good.
Numbers
in the back of your neck. What?
No, that's pretty
Awfully
obvious.
specific.
Okay. Then turn around, guys. Like, the other okay, so the other negative is the acting, the overacting. Like, oh my goodness! Like
Hispanic
the characters, like their story and their whatever. You know, that is a positive because I like that there's these different characters.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, like sometimes it's just like calm down. Like you guys are overdoing this.
Yeah.
And then like screaming, like, okay, I know it sucks to get I've never had it happen to me, but to get poured into needles or whatever, fall into a pile of needles, but goodness gracious, stop screaming!
That would hurt.
But there's a point where you're in enough shock that you can stop screaming now.
Yeah.
And it's just...
Well, and she was acting.
She was.
So she was acting within...
I think she actually got hurt, though.
Well, yeah. But she had to make it dramatic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And what I don't understand about that part, though, is if she's actually trying to find it, why wouldn't you just stand up and, like, kick around the needles with your foot? Rather than trying to use your hands to dig. Because if you're using your hands, you're, like, just poking yourself over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, I would have stood up and moved them around with my foot. Because I had shoes on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, she probably wasn't thinking about, thinking that clearly.
Well, she was too busy screaming.
So. Yeah,
she
was.
Yeah, just stop. So the overacting, it was just like, sometimes it was just nauseating. Like, oh gosh. And this like monstrous guy. And then like gonna cut my neck off, like, goodness gracious. Like,
what else was he supposed to do?
They're all on the back of their necks.
Just
turn around, everyone. Like, let's get this number.
Well, he didn't.
So
he didn't figure it out until toward the end, though. Then there was only one left. So he's like, I gotta get these from them. So, anyways,
convenience-wise, I guess that's.
It was quite convenient.
What is he supposed to do though with his?
I don't know. It's just like so aggressive. Like, he's just monstrous. Like, I don't know. It's just over.
Could have been like, okay, let's just calm down, everyone, and let's figure out the numbers. Because it's not like you have to pull anything off your body to get it. It's on the back of your neck.
And he hasn't even gone and gotten hers yet.
Yeah.
So she's like, what are you going to do if I don't give you mine, or give
That's
whatever.
why he's chasing her down to try to
kill her. But then it's like,
or get her number, I guess.
When she says that, he just right away starts cutting his neck. Dude, you still haven't even gotten hers. So you're cutting your neck off.
Your neck off?
Your entire neck.
I don't know if he's cutting his neck off.
Whatever. You're cutting the back of your skin. Like, that was a huge chunk
It was.
cutting. And, like, super deep. Like, oh, my gosh.
It'd probably be hard to do, like...
It's not
with
possible.
precision.
He's not going to be doing that. So...
Hey, when you're in that much, like, when the clock is running out...
Yeah.
You'll do some pretty crazy stuff to
That's
to
the
survive.
point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing compared to cutting your foot off, which is what the doctor did in the first movie.
Yeah.
So this guy's rookie.
It's all. I mean, it's Saw. So that's just it's the movie. It's what it is.
Yeah, so it's just a
but
negative
the overacting
for
is just like
for you, for all the movies.
Yeah, Saw is just like that's the negative.
That's
about
gonna be your negative
all of
for
Saw.
all of our reviews.
Just the whole premise of Saw,
overacting.
just everything.
Yeah, everything about it.
You don't like Jigsaw. You don't like
I know.
The overacting.
No, but the big thing is though, like it's just too much. It's too much,
Yeah.
and I don't like when there's so much screaming.
Yeah.
Like, just stop.
Welcome to the Saw universe.
Yeah, that's too much.
No, I'm with you on the screaming.
So,
when you're in pain, just take it. Like,
just suck it up.
Yeah, just chill out.
Okay, so that was that negative, and then I can't stand Amanda. I cannot stand Amanda.
Yeah.
As a character, or like the acting of the character. You can't
Probably just the character.
The character in general.
I don't know. I don't know that I like her as an actress as well. Like her acting skills in the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I can't put myself back to when I first saw the movie.
Yeah.
But so it might just be that
You
I
already
know too much,
Yeah.
and then rewatching it, like I know too much, but it's like just not believable, to me. But then at the same time, I think that she was overacting in the fact that she had to overact to convince them that she was part of the game.
Yeah.
So I'll give her that. I'll give her that little nudge, but I do not like her. She makes me crazy.
All right.
So I'll end it at that.
Okay. Joel, negatives?
So the negatives that I have, some of the acting was over the top a little bit. It was kind of what I was getting at earlier before I was interrupted and said that was a negative.
Yes.
Which, okay, I guess it is. Especially by the big, like, Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
Everyone else did fine. Like, not good or great, but fine.
Yeah.
Passable. But he was just over the top. Like, it was too much. And also, the decisions that were made while playing this game were really stupid. Well, there was one part in particular where...
I'm going to defend these things, by the way.
All of them? Okay. All right, let's see.
I'll try.
Okay. So, one of the women, she sees the key inside the glass case.
Yeah.
Whatever, and you have to stick your hands through and...
She sees the syringe.
The
or
antidote.
the antidote.
The potion.
Yeah. She sticks her hands through to get it, to grab it, and she can't pull her hands out because, she's cutting her hands off.
Yeah.
Hands up. But you've already seen, like, some of these traps from that were made before.
Yeah.
And you've seen, like, one of the guys walk through the door and get his head blown off at one point, like the very first trap that was made. So why would you think that anything was going to be different when you just saw a syringe just laying in like inside the glass case? Like, why wouldn't your mind think that maybe this is a trick? Yeah. Maybe, try to break the glass.
Yeah.
Instead of reaching her hands through.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just that didn't
But did
really...
you see how delirious she was? she was just like about to fall over.
Yeah, she was.
So you see that in your just most desperate time.
This was towards the ends, like, and the toxins had already gotten into their bloodstream and stuff.
She was
stumbling
around.
I guess.
Yeah. And so, and what sucked was she put her hands through and then, just spilled the whole thing. Mm-hmm. She spilled all the potion.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor girl.
Yeah. And
get someone to help you break open the case.
There's no time for this.
So, and she's delirious because she is it's already gotten into her system, so she can't think straight.
No.
Yeah.
So
she's on a cloud. She'll have some.
I will not have sympathy.
Defense on that.
If you guys can have sympathy for screaming while in pain,
no, absolutely not.
All right. Any more decisions you want me to defend?
I can't think of a whole lot of that was pretty much the biggest thing that I saw that someone did that was kind of stupid. Because there were some traps. The first one, I'll let slide. The one that the guy got his head blown off when he opened the door, because you're not really expecting traps at this point.
Yeah.
Although you're in this very sketchy room, so I would probably be a little
Amanda tried
hesitant.
to warn him,
and that's what's annoying.
I wouldn't do that.
Why?
Yeah, she's helping even though she helped set
so
up.
much.
Why didn't they, or why did they?
They they didn't, but then they didn't not trust her enough to.
They didn't. They started trusting her when she said that she had been there before. She'd done this before. Mm-hmm. Is that not good enough for you?
No. She's not a trustworthy person.
Everyone's in the same position as she is, so why trust anybody in this place? If you can't just pinpoint one person in this particular situation to not trust. You either have to trust everybody or trust nobody. It's not we know what to expect.
Knowing what happens. After he gets his head blown off, she's just like, I told him not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
She's a very good next Jigsaw, is what I'll say. Ugh.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. She's in the same position as everybody else.
Yeah.
When everyone starts dying off and the big Hispanic guy keeps going after everybody.
Yeah.
Why was she so confident that she was going to be safe? She's in the same position everybody else is in. She's breathing in the same toxins everyone else is breathing in.
She already had the anecdote, though.
Yeah.
Did she already take it?
Yeah, her and this
I would
boy.
assume that her and the boy did, because neither of them were supposed to die.
Yeah.
And neither of them showed any signs of having anything, except for towards the end when
the boy kind of bleeds a little bit out of his mouth.
Yeah, what was that about? That was weird.
What if he actually ended up killing her and killing the kid?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. How did she?
So
how did she know that he wasn't going to kill her or kill the kid? It's not fair to the kid to have him in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you so sure that you're gonna save him?
Yeah. That was one of my negatives. Because the whole, and this is just maybe a flaw to Jigsaw's overall lesson he's trying to teach, because he's trying to teach the detective by having his son in there.
Yeah. Right.
He's not trying to teach the son anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's very risky, and that's very much against what you're standing for. I mean, if you're going to stand for it,
he's a moral guy.
He has a code. And if you're going to, have this strict code.
He doesn't have a strict code.
He's a very...
It's a loose...
He's not like Dexter.
It's pretty loose. It's pretty loose. It's a loose code.
He's got a pretty... Yeah.
Yeah, he has suggestions. Yeah. But he's very calculated. So you would think that would... register, because all this stuff, all these games and having all these people and all that, that has to take a good amount of time to orchestrate, even if you have help. So it's not really fair what he did
No,
to
it's
the little
not.
boy.
Yeah.
It's not at all.
So
And
Yeah, that part was that whole situation is kind of messed up. Like the whole he's in the safe part when he's talking to Donnie Wahlberg in the beginning or whatever wouldn't have gone that way at all if they had actually gotten killed.
Yeah,
like both of them.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
and
what?
it's
Yeah,
like
the game
if
would be
he
ruined.
actually, and if he actually wanted to ensure that he was going to be safe, then why did he make sure that they found out that he was the detective's son?
yeah,
Because then of course they're going to be mad about this being the detective's son. Not that he could do anything about it,
right.
but they don't have the detective there; they have him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to show that picture. He didn't have to have that in with everything.
Yeah,
And
because just him being in the house alone was
risky
enough for the detective. That was enough. You didn't need to add in this extra element to then put him even more at risk.
Yeah. It's like
That's to show that it's not all random. That all these people were chosen for a reason,
Right.
And
that's
the
fine.
son
But
is
you
a
didn't
big
have
part
to.
of.
You didn't have to show the picture with him and his dad, though.
yeah,
Could have just showed the picture of Donnie and been like, "Hey, he's the one that planted evidence. Hey, he's the one that planted evidence for me too." And everybody could connect it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and then you just need a reason for the son to be there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, and the reason for him being there is for the detective. But...
No, but I mean in the file.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they would have asked, like, okay, well,
Where's yours?
everyone else is like, we all have a connection to him. What's your connection to him? Oh, yeah, he's my dad.
Yeah.
That kind of thing you're going to keep to yourself at that point. But, you'd have to come up with some sort of a reason. Like, I got locked up, too. Yeah.
I cheated on my English exam.
Well, I mean, they could have just all come to the conclusion together that, okay, we all have been arrested and whatever. Did it really have to be because of this detective and all? How does that add to what the lesson that Jigsaw is trying to teach?
Well, because they were all, he planted evidence on all of them to get them all arrested. So there's, they may have done some bad things, but they basically were framed by the same cop, which was Donnie Wahlberg. He was just trying. So in and of itself, he's basically just as bad as the people that were playing the game. Like
but
how does that add to their game?
How does it add to their game? Why does it need to be said during their game?
Mm-hmm.
Because that just puts the son at danger.
Yeah, that's part of his game, Donnie's game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not part of their game.
Yeah. So then
these games are not consistent, and he's breaking his own rules.
Yeah.
He should have gotten a penalty.
We're 2 movies in, and he's already breaking rules.
He is. Yeah. And you guys like him so much.
I just like him when he's on screen.
Yeah, we don't necessarily like the message that he's sending, but we get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah. I can get something and not like it.
It's not even gettable because...
It's not even gettable.
Because it's like, you need to value life, but this is not how you go about this.
So this is one of my
he's taking it to an extreme, yes. But it's the whole thing of you don't truly understand the value of life until you've basically had a near-death experience.
Okay, and this is your value of life. The rest of your life that you want to live out, this is how you want to do it? Why is it so important to you that all these other people understand the value of life? How about you
Maybe he wants people to live a great life.
Well, and that's what he says.
He's a teacher.
Live your best life or whatever. Yeah. He even mentions that.
Okay, but why doesn't he live his best life?
He is. This is his best life.
He's teaching people to live their best life.
No,
he is a teacher.
Don't you dare.
He is... I was going to say,
he is not what teachers do.
He is a disciple of...
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness gracious!
He's just spreading the word.
All right. So what he says,
that's what the book of Saw will be about.
Oh my
he's one of the
God.
disciples in the
You
book
are-
of Saw.
Oh my God.
It's basically gonna be a cult, and they're gonna be
okay.
they're gonna be following Jigsaw.
Oh,
That's-
I could see that.
Yeah,
Following the
that would
book of
be
Saw.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I see where you're going there.
Wow.
So something he says is, those who don't appreciate life don't deserve life.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with you that he takes it too far. And what my question
bit.
is if you don't have the will to cut off limbs or do all this crazy stuff, does that mean that you don't value life?
No. No.
But that's kind of what he's saying.
Yes, but he's terrible. Okay, one, how is he showing how much he appreciates life by taking other people's lives?
He's not taking them.
He's
He's giving a choice.
He is taking them.
They all have a choice.
You
Yes.
even admitted he
Live or
had
die.
attempted murder.
Yeah. But
Okay.
really, was it attempted or was it self-defense? Because the cops were going after him. So.
Get out.
The jury's out on that one. If you have to like cut off your limbs or do all these crazy things, if you don't do that, does that mean that you don't value life? Like, how is that a measuring stick?
It's not because if
you're
If
not
you
willing
believe-
to cut your foot off, that means you don't value life. Is basically what he's saying.
that's what he's saying.
Right. And I guess he believes that because of the situation he was in, where he came to near-death experiences, and that he started to value his life more. So then he wants to take that and teach others and put others in that same position.
Yeah,
But he does this with the morally questionable type people.
Yeah.
People that, have, like with the doctor in the first one, he was cheating on his wife. And,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a death sentence, but,
close to.
Well,
But-
it's worthy of getting your foot cut off.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah, or other things.
I think it's about if you can live through this, you can see life in a different way and change your life around.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So he doesn't do that with people that he thinks are like really good people.
Right.
He does that with people that could actually change their life.
Yeah.
And for
now,
the better.
I don't know, if
and
this Hispanic dude would have got all the numbers and got the antidote, I don't think he would have changed.
No, he wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
He definitely wouldn't have changed. And that's why there have been like other
why
people.
He died.
That is true. There are
And then the
other
poor
people.
little boy has to live with that now.
Yeah, he
The
cut
rest
him.
of
He killed
his
him.
life.
Yeah, this
And so
poor
what
boy.
have you done to his life?
He had to fight for his life.
Yeah.
So he came to a near-death experience.
God.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, but I think he would. How do you know that he wasn't already valuing his life?
Yeah.
And also, if no,
No. I'm thinking about something else that we can't discuss yet.
Oh,
so.
okay.
if you're choosing, okay, you know what? I'm in a situation. I'm not getting out of this. I'm just gonna accept that I have faith that this is my time and I'm done. Then that doesn't mean that you value life any less.
Yeah.
It means that you have
Means you're a
accepted
quitter.
your fate.
Yeah. Means you're a quitter.
You've accepted your fate. Sometimes people fight way too hard in these horror movies.
Yeah, whenever we
there's a
watch
point
them,
where it's
Sometimes you just need to
give
die.
up.
Like it's
Just give up.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it right now?
Yeah, like really? Where are you going to run to? Where?
Okay. So I have one more negative. And it's more of a neutral. So far, we've seen 2 movies. There hasn't been a positive ending. The main character gets caught in this one. Again, he's now trapped in that bathroom. And then in the first one, I guess the doctor cuts his foot off and escapes. So I guess that's a positive. I
Hey.
don't know.
Do we ever find
You don't-
out if the
Oh, we find
we
out.
don't know. He's
But
alive.
we don't know. So
You're giving information away.
I am not giving information.
Sorry, I led to it. You know what, though?
And then Leigh Whannell, he dies. He's just left there to
left.
die.
Yeah, he is left in there.
But you know what?
Game over. No.
Some great acting there.
He just dies of starvation or something, I guess. I don't know. There's toxins in the air. I think in that one. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
There's no potions.
Yeah.
I kind of almost. This is a little twisted of me, but I kind of almost feel like that could be a positive, because sometimes there's too much. Okay, everyone's good.
Right, and that's why it's a neutral for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's different. It's okay for the bad guy to win sometimes. And Jigsaw, he deserves it.
Not
He's a
Jigsaw.
good guy.
Oh, God.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy. Great guy. Oh, good book, too. He wrote a good book.
Yeah, he did. Apparently, he wrote a good book. Never heard about it until the actual title of the movie, but yeah.
Go out and buy it.
This is spiraling.
But
Okay, so let's give some grades here.
Oh,
Trina,
wow.
you want to go first?
All right. I'll give it a 75.
Okay. Just very average.
Very average. Very average. No, you know what? I think it's more than average because it is pretty intense. And it's really pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 78.
Okay. So a C+.
C+.
that's still in the average range.
I'm not ready
Just
to
a little
go.
bit better.
No, it's plussing the average range.
Okay.
I'm not ready to give it a B just because and honestly, for no good reason. I am not giving it a B for every reason that it probably should get a better grade. Because
You just don't like Jigsaw.
I do
you
not
are
like
a
Jigsaw.
hater.
I am.
So you're probably never
I
gonna
don't
give
like
Jigsaw
Jigsaw,
a B.
and I don't like Amanda.
Yeah.
And
No, I have to agree with Amanda. I'm not a fan of Amanda either. Like, her compared to Jigsaw is just like no comparison. He's just way cooler, he commands the screen way better.
We'll talk about that in Saw.
You
Yeah,
really
but-
want to see him on screen.
but you don't.
She's boring.
You want to get him off.
I want to see him more.
Oh my gosh!
I want him to
every
like
time
just talk
he's
to me.
on,
I want to
every
be
time
inspired.
he's on the screen, I just want to walk out the room. Like, so that's where I
very
can't
divisive.
give it a B. I can't because he really frustrates me.
I can see him playing Freddy Krueger.
Dude,
Oh, then
would
I'm
be awesome.
definitely not gonna.
that would be awesome.
Freddy Krueger already.
All right, Joel, what's your grade?
What did I give the first one? I think I gave that one an A minus.
Yes.
Or an A.
You gave it an A minus.
It's a great movie.
I gave it an A.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna give this one a B.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the percentage that I want to give this one. Maybe an 87.
A7's B+.
B plus.
It's on the brink there. I guess
Yeah.
87 is the cutoff.
It's
Yeah.
the lowest
So,
B plus you can get.
Yeah. I think I'll give it a B plus. 87 is a good.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because I really have to think about the future Saw movies.
Yeah.
Because I can't,
But
I
can
can't
you
give-
think about the future ones when grading this?
I have to.
I didn't know.
So-
I didn't know the rules.
Because
I have to.
I have to. Because you can't
said
give.
that in such a gentle way.
Yeah, I did. Because you
That's
can't
Saw.
give other movies a better score than,
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
go forward for movies that weren't as good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 87% is my score for this one.
That's exactly what I have.
Oh man,
87%.
Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, go.
So, it's one I've seen many times.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably seen the first one more times, but I've seen the second one probably one or two less times. But I've seen it a lot.
yeah,
So that's why it's still going to get a high B. The rewatchability and the twist.
yeah.
Just probably my second favorite twist of all time.
behind the first
behind the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really good. Mm-hmm. All right. So look out for Saw 3 coming soon.
Coming soon to an ear near you.
To an ear near you. Nice. Very good.
Oh, man. Not a cheesy joke at all.
Make sure to follow us at Facebook, at Scare Talk Podcast. We are now on Twitter.
We are.
At Scare Talk Pod. Twitter, you only get a certain number of characters, so I decided just cut it off there.
Mm-hmm. It's a good place to cut it off instead of like Scare Talk.
Yeah.
Scare.
And apparently Scare Talk is already taken on Twitter.
I saw that. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. But it's not a podcast, though. So I don't know what it is.
How dare you guys take our name?
You can listen to our podcast.
No, they did not.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Anchor, Pocket Cast, I think is one of them. We have listeners now all over the globe.
We do.
Which is pretty cool.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're over 200 plays, so that's great. Leave us a review, leave us a comment, send us a message, all that stuff. Okay, so this has been Scare Talk.
Sleep tight.
Don't let Jigsaw bite.